Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I am Alex Fleming, and this is the Magic Perspective. We're coming to you a couple of hours afterwards because we were a little bit upset with the result of yesterday's game. The Milwaukee Bucks defeated the Orlando Magic 121 to 106. Giannis Antetokounmpo had 31 points, 15 rebounds, and a handful of assists. The arrival and awakening of Chris Middleton was the difference in this game in the fourth quarter, where he scored 18 of his 21 points. The Orlando Magic fall 3-1 and will more than likely play their last game of the season tomorrow,
See,
Wednesday
why
at
you like
4
to do
p.m.
that, man? You don't even bring me in. You just gonna run it. See, this is why I'm eating my feelings this morning, man. I'm so mad at you right now.
Welcome
Oh,
to the show, Eric Wilson, who I was
whatever,
about to introduce.
whatever.
You said you were eating your feelings. Is that a honey bun?
Yeah,
Is there extra sugar?
no.
So you need something sweet in your life after
I'm
watching the Orlando Magic fall again to the number one seeded Milwaukee Bucks.
listen. Okay, all right. Pump the brakes real quick. Okay, I'm annoyed, and I'll tell you why I'm annoyed. First off, I guess Chris Middleton likes to listen to the Magic Perspective because he got called out not once but twice, and then finally decided to show up and needed to show out and truly be a Robin to Giannis Antetokounmpo's Batman. All right, fine. They did it to me again, Alex. This is 2 years now. 2 years that the Magic did this to me. You have the same cast of characters. You added in a James Ennis. You added in a Gary Clark. Jonathan Isaac didn't play last season, and he didn't play this season. And I'm just blown away by the fact that this core group of individuals cannot seem to get out of their own way, both mentally and also physically. You can't ask. First off, I'm gonna do you real quick. Vucevic, I love you. Thank you. Please stay. You, sir, can move on to the next round. I'm not even bothered with you.
Say it. I know who you're thinking. Say it.
Evan Fournier. Where on God's green earth are you? You are supposed to be the guy that is the floor general or a facilitator, or at the very least, shooting more than 35% from 3-point land. You are supposed to be the guy who is supposed to, in situations like this, be able to disseminate what the defense is doing and be able to exploit these teams. DJ Augustine, I love you, brother. I want you to know this from the bottom of my heart. But we needed more from you as a true vet in this game. You can't ask Markelle Fultz, a guy who basically, even though this is his fourth season, this is like his rookie year, man. He was trying to do all that he could. And I felt at times he put way too much on his shoulders to try and carry this team. And then, bruh, my final straw, and this one hurts. This one hurts more than any of them do. I can't even call him the Human Torch anymore. It's a moth to a flame. Terrence Ross. Bro, I know they took you out of your rhythm when you come off the pick and roll screen and shoot the three. They focused on that to not allow you to be able to do what we know you are capable of doing, but you have more weapons in your arsenal. When you continually go to what you are so comfortable with, your crutch, if you will, and it doesn't work, and you don't transition it to a different style of play, I mean, you only got one bullet in the chamber? Damn. Don't be a one-trick pony. You are an NBA star. They did it to me again, man. And I had so much faith this year. Forget about the fact that we had to go deal with Corona. They just looked different. It felt different. I can't blame Aaron Gordon. He's on the sideline. He's injured. I can't blame Michael Carter Williams. He's on the sideline. He's injured. But what I will say to you, though, is this. James Ennis, Gary Clark, Kem Birch. I'm throwing DJ in there. I would rather, at this particular juncture, play with those guys night in and night out, knowing that they're playing with a lot of heart and leaving everything on the court. Aside
Fool
from
me
Vooch, because
once.
because Vooch, you gonna do you, and I love you and thank you. But
Yeah, leave Vooch alone. Yeah.
yes,
Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice.
yeah, shame on me. That's why I'm eating my feelings today.
Enjoy that honey bun. What are your expectations for tomorrow, considering that it's game 5 and the Magic need to stave off elimination?
Bottom line is this: if they don't win quarter number 1, if they are not up by at least 8 points to end the first quarter, it's a wrap. It's done. It's a wrap.
My apologies that you feel so upset. Orlando has found a way to make it into the playoffs the last 2 seasons after being dormant from the playoffs for the last 8 years.
And I just, I did the pop-up shop this past Saturday, and our boy Danny joined, and I asked Danny, I said, congrats first off. That brother's Sports Illustrated in Charlotte, man, that is huge for him. I'm so happy
Beautiful.
for him. That's a great thing. We need more Danny Thompsons in the media world. I'm just saying, besides, of course, Alex Fleming and Eric Wilson. That being said, Danny was like, Eric, Aaron Gordon's played with 5 different coaches since he's been in Orlando. If Cliff remains the head coach of the Orlando Magic, that will be the longest head coach in Orlando since Stan Van Gundy.
Why would you fire Clifford?
I'm not saying fire Clifford. I'm just saying along those lines, there hasn't been a consistent coaching style or approach since Stan Van Gundy. It's been you get 2 years, and if you don't make it work, or less, shall we say, and if you don't make it work, goodbye, see you. We'll bring in somebody else.
Do you think that maybe the problem is not just coaching, but personnel? I mean, let's be completely honest. Ever since the departure of Dwight Howard, we haven't really had a superstar here.
And yeah,
This team spends a lot of money on players that are a little bit overpaid. I don't want to talk about other people's pockets, but for the same money you're paying some of these players, you can have some of these star athletes. Number 3, some of the cats here, I'm not going to pick and choose, and I'm going to keep my mouth shut when it comes to the people that I'm talking about. But for the same amount of contracts that you have for some players, you can have some other players. Sweet Lou is only making 24 over 3. That sounds like a lot of people's contract. And I'd rather have Sweet Lou over a couple of cats on this team. You need some big men. There's some big men that are available, but we can sign them. I think the biggest fear is that this organization or team doesn't want to get burned because some people don't see Orlando as a destination to go to. Hence the reason why we have barely making the playoffs, middling of the road records, and first round exits. But that's just me. What do I know?
Listen. Great analysis as always from you, sir. It hurts because you know what? No matter when 2020, 2021 season starts up, this whole process for me is going to start all over again. I am behind this team. I support this team. Except when they play Philly because Philly's my heart. But I support the Magic. And I want
you should be happy for Orlando. They're going to be the last Eastern Conference team eliminated from the playoffs. Philly was the first. Shocker. Nets were second. Mm-hmm. And last night, Indiana was third. So if anybody showed any fight, if you want to take a consolation prize, it at least was the Orlando Magic.
But to go and along those lines, to do it the same way it was done last year, all that says to me is it's the definition of insanity. They're going to put us through this again, and we going to hope that there's going to be a different response.
You remember my response after the Game 1 victory? I was angry. I wasn't happy because I don't like reruns. I don't even watch TV. I watch sports, not TV. So when I showed you anger and animosity Game 2, you know what? I'm like a jaded ex-boyfriend. I want to prove that you changed and you're not cheating on everybody down the block. Well, guess what? She cheating. Everybody. Everybody.
I hate to say,
Toronto was the formula last year. Milwaukee, I believe, is the better squad than Toronto was last year. So, what in the world would make you think that something was going to change?
I had faith. I had faith in them. I had faith in what they were doing. I believed that 2 years under Clifford, this team was actually going to mature and graduate to that next level. I really thought that because you saw it in spurts and you saw it at times. Those teachable moments that you, Mr. Fleming, have spoke about with regard to this team, saying go back and look at what you were doing that made you successful. Even in your losses, you had teachable moments. For some reason, the first quarter of these playoffs, with the exception of game one, gets away from Orlando. And I'm telling you again, if it happens, it's a wrap. Congrats to Milwaukee.
Oh, it's a wrap anyway, sir. It's a wrap. They woke up Chris Middleton, who was shooting horribly in this series.
Yeah.
4 points game one, 12 points game two, 17 points game three, but I mean, it really didn't matter.
Okay, but still, he's moving in that upward trajectory. You go from 4 to 12 to 17. What's he going to drop in game four? He going to drop 20? You know 30. What I mean? I mean, if you continually going to be on that upward curve, hell yeah.
If he drops 30 tomorrow, I want you to play a lottery ticket for me because I'm thinking Middleton is waking up. They're already afraid of Giannis. People are avoiding the lanes to avoid dunks. They're trying to avoid fouls because he's a superstar and he gets calls. You can see on the court that they're intimidated by Giannis Antetokounmpo. Now, Vucevic ain't afraid of that smoke, but he's got his hands full. Yep. There's 3 7-footers on the Milwaukee Bucks squad. What do you want the man to do?
I don't like I said, Vooch right now is on an island by himself because to me, ain't nobody outside of him doing their damn job. So, that's going to be it for us, man. We got other things to attend to, but the Magic perspective with Alex and Eric, yes, I'm still eating my feelings today because for 2 years now in a row, the Magic let me down. They teased me, man. They teased me with a good time. They gave me that, we are going to get you to the playoffs and we are going to win right now. And then just let me loose.
You should have just went with Lou Williams to that strip club, Magic City.
I should have
got that out the way.
I should have. Hey, Lou, hit me up next time, man. I got your dad's book, Secondary Dad, Marvin Williams. I'm actually reading that right now. That's a good book. I'm going to have Marvin Williams back on my show. Check it out. Sports Arena in the house. Magic Perspective, Fancy and Flavors. Sports Talk Unfiltered. Sports Junkies. Man, it's a hell of a day. I'll be all right. We're going to talk to y'all later. Peace.